think we've recovered sufficiently from hypersleep. I'm letting Mission Control know we're getting set up for implantation.
Great. It's exciting, isn't it? We finally get to start this journey and at the same time.
We've been cycling together for half a year now. They've been monitoring our status for 6 months. It's to be expected that our window would be together.
I'm not saying it's surprising we're ovulating at the same time. I'm just saying that it's exciting to start this journey.
It's a central part of why we were selected for this mission.
God, would it kill you to show a little emotion?
All right. I'm feeling incredible reverence for the role we're about to play in scientific exploration and expanding the potential for human space colonization.
And
I'm really, really, really excited at the prospect of becoming a mother. There?
Yes.
Happy?
Better.
We've been cleared to open the container.
Are both samples from the same donor?
Mission Control didn't mention that, but I would assume not, as to provide more genetic diversity.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, do you want to do the honors?
Sure.
Can I just say before we start, I'm really happy to be doing this with you. I think we're going to be amazing mothers.
Thank you, Celeste. I agree wholeheartedly. This is going to be a harrowing experience, but I'm honored to share it with you. There's only one vial in here. Where's the other one?
Is there another case? One for each of us?
No, nothing.
What do we do?
I'm going to check with Mission Control.
Doesn't look like very much.
As I understand it, the average amount is around a teaspoon.
Always seemed like more than that.
I wouldn't know.
Well, what'd they say?
Alex is saying that during final check, there were definitely 2 vials in the container, and it was sealed in the temperature control cabinet for the duration of our flight while we were in hypersleep. When we were reanimated and everything normalized, we were given clearance to open the container. They don't know what happened, but they're sending our complaint up to Mission Control and admin. So it looks like there should be 2 samples in the container.
Well, there's clearly not. Did you tell them that?
Well, of course.
Here, let me try.
I'm sure they understand. They wouldn't have anything new to tell you that they wouldn't tell me.
You're too deferential with Mission Control. This is a crisis.
What are you talking about?
How are we supposed to both get pregnant from one sample? One very light sample from the looks of it, probably low to moderate sperm count. They probably didn't even check to see if it was confirmed high count. It probably came from one of those neck beards in tactical planning.
Celeste, you couldn't possibly tell that from a cursory examination.
You can just tell.
We could both use the same sample. I know it's not ideal, but it truly only takes one single sperm to fertilize an egg, and there are millions of them in here, even if the donor did have a low sperm count, which you can't possibly tell just by looking at it in the test tube.
Oh.
What? What'd they say?
Alex said that Mission Control said that due to the risks involved with pregnancy in space, it was the determination of the administrative leaders that only one astronaut be impregnated.
But they told us
only one sample was provided for only one participant.
This is irregular.
They want us to pick. How are we supposed to determine who gets to do this?
We should evaluate current health status of participants and make the best judgment.
So what do we do? Flip a coin? Do we even have a coin on this bucket?
This is serious. We're talking about the first woman to carry the very first baby to term in space. We need to make sure we're considering all factors and make the best decision.
What are you talking about? We're both the same age, equal health and ability, we both have great genes, and we... You made a face. You made a face.
I didn't make a face. I was simply considering our genetic backgrounds. And I think if we are truly being objective, we could see that there's clearly only one correct answer.
Oh, do we? Do we see that?
It should be me. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but you know that it's the truth.
Why should it be you?
I have longevity in my family. We have no family history of heart disease, no considerable risk for cancer or mental illness. Well, you said yourself your mother was a little unstable.
All mothers are unstable.
Mine wasn't. See, that's another point in my favor. Psychologically speaking, I come from a very consistent family upbringing from which to draw on for guidance and understanding. You are the product of a broken home and a mother with a history of mental illness.
I don't think that's relevant.
You asked me what I thought. Please don't get upset.
You think your picture-perfect upbringing and sparkling health records would make you a better mother than me? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Please, let's hear why you would make the better choice.
Okay. I'm just as smart as you. I'm strong. I'm resilient. In our training for this mission, I scored higher than you on pain tolerance and emotional hardiness.
Those test measures are very fuzzy in my opinion.
All right, but I still tested higher than you.
The pain tolerance is a moot point anyway. I intend on using hypersleep medicine during delivery.
You're using drugs?
Well, yes, of course. Wouldn't you?
No! I was going to give birth naturally. I wanted to experience the miracle of life.
That is insane.
I bet you plan on formula feeding too.
It's easier to track calorie intake that way. This discussion is going nowhere. I want you to admit that I would be the better choice to carry this child. If you would just remove your emotions for just a moment.
Your lack of emotions are the problem, Natasha. You're this automaton. Do you really think that you could emotionally provide for a child the way that I would?
Do you think you should be the sole provider of emotional knowledge for this future human? Is that what your mother did for you?
You leave my mother out of this. I told you that in confidence.
I'm letting Mission Control know it's going to be me.
I haven't agreed to that.
Stop it! No! My only shot. I've given up so much to be in this position. I'm not going to let anyone get in my way. I will be an amazing mother.
Yeah, you would. What are you doing?
Mission Control said we have to choose which one of us should be impregnated.
Right?
We can both use the same sample for implantation.
But Mission Control said that
I know what they said, but they're wrong and they're not here.
But what about the risks? It's safer if it goes to one person.
I know the risk, but I also think we are taught to defer to authorities outside of ourselves. I usually do. I'm a rule follower.
Yeah, you are.
And normally I would say we should obey Mission Control. But there are instincts. There are higher authorities. We would both make equally good and equally bad mothers. And I think we both deserve the chance to try.
Equally good and equally bad. I like that.
So are you in? It would mean defying Mission Control.
Like you said, they're not here. And they try to pit us against each other, so screw them.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You?
Yes.
Oh, I had something planned for this. One small swim for this sperm, one giant push for humankind.
That's terrible.
I know, but we have 40 weeks. I'll think of something.